Ball seated on 21-yard line of the Canucks. Jones again at quarterback. Long count. Hands off to the first man through and just picking up a couple of yards, the ball carrier.
And off to number 44, Sal Master Batista.
Master Batista, the ball carrier, just picked up 3 yards on the play. Sal Mastro Batista, 5'4", 169 pounds. Real fire plug. Cleaver Ranson out to the left side for North Plainfield as Jones looks to air it out. Does. Over the head of his intended receiver. Incomplete.
For number 89, Chris Kohler.
Chris Kohler was out there, but the pass sailed lazily over his head. Incomplete.
Makes it a 3rd and 7 situation.
So a 3rd and 7 for the Canucks. No score here at Howard Krause Field. Beautiful afternoon. Temperatures around 70 degrees. Light breeze blowing. North Plainfield in their burgundy jerseys. White pants with the burgundy striping. 3rd down. Jones. Inside handoff to Newsom, but defense wasn't fooled as Tademo likes to play it safe and kick the ball out of there, not risking that interception. Both teams volleying back and forth in this first quarter for field position. It looks to be that the Brearley Bears will come up good field position, barring a real deep kick by Getz. Getz nestled back on his own 10-yard line. Cabezano and Ramos back deep in double safety. And Getz didn't get all of that one. It comes quivering down, a short kick, bounces straight up in the air, and bounces actually backwards a little bit. Rolls dead on about the 35-yard line.
That ball down by number 71, Mike Curran.
So tremendous field position. Well, that short kick. The Bears on the 35-yard line of North Plainfield.
North Plainfield 35-yard line. First and 10 for the Bears.
2:35 and counting down in the first quarter. No scores yet. Jeff Giardini out to the right side. Handoff to Chalinsky. Works the right side. He's popped down.
Handoff to number 30.
Gets in on the tackle.
Taken down by number 30.
For North Plainfield. And also Newsom. Official timeout. Injured ball player down on the football field. Hard to see exactly who that football player is. We're being shielded at the moment. Eric Gonzalez in on the football field for the Canucks. Looks to be a 52 Dan Chalelis out there, the injured ball player, being attended to by the assistant coaches of the Brearley Bears.
While we have a timeout here, we'd like to remind you of the special guest on the North Plainfield sidelines, our new fall sports queen, Miss Chris Lawton.
Last week, North Plainfield, a 6-0 winner over St. Pius. In that ball game, Keith Getz with the lone score. Defense did its job, posing a shutout. As I reiterated before, 9-0 was the win for Brearley last year. Good defensive effort for North Plainfield. Pichellis led off the football field. That's a bad sign, being carried off the way he is. Let's hope the youngster's all right. Play back in. 2nd and about 5. We'll make it 6 for the Bears. Ball just outside the 30-yard line of the Canucks. Cabazano has a football, moves ahead, drives over for the first down.
Handoff to number 32, Joe Capizano.
Good movement by Cabazano as he popped the middle of the Canuck line. Good offensive blocking.
Eric Gonzalez.
Ball inside the 25-yard line at the 24. I formation for the Bears, who are threatening. Cabazano again works off the left side and pulls ahead.
Taken out by
Joe Appello, 57, one of the defenders to pop him down.
Joe Appello. Makes it second and 6 for the
Second
Bears.
and 6 for the Brearley Bears. Ramos in with the play from Coach Taylor. Little over a minute to go in the quarter.
Over 1 minute.
And a timeout is taken, official timeout. Looks to be something wrong with the equipment of Chelensky.
Timeout on the field.
And they'll get that squared away momentarily. Now play back in. Second down and a ball carrier, Cabazano,
Handoff again to
carrying the luggage a lot on this drive.
Capizano.
Moves in for short yardage.
By number 33.
Big Chelensky, of course, moving out the linebackers at fullback. Third down situation for the Bears. Butcher takes it himself, works it to the outside, and drives down to around the 5-yard line. Picking up yet another first down. Gary Foucher.
Down by
Nice running by the quarterback.
number 10. Rick
Foucher, the senior 5'11", 165 quarterback. And that's the end of the first quarter here. So, with 1 quarter in the books here at North Plainfield and Brearley threatening to score, the score, 0-0.
As of yet, no score.
As I say, our referee was Tony Pascarell. Umpire is Dennis Tachi. Line judge Mike Murray. Head linesman Sam Giamacano. Our timekeeper is Larry Barrett. Officials for today's ball game. And in the background, a North Plainfield band kicking up, getting some support. Cheerleaders right in front of us, dancing to the music. Storer Cable happy to bring you this high school game of the week. Brearley Bears, North Plainfield Canucks. Kelvin Johnson, producer, and Dennis Miller at the microphones. Play back in, we start the second quarter. Gary Forcher at quarterback. Hands off to Chelensky. Chelensky drives ahead, still driving. And a flag as he scores. But a yellow marker just as he hit the end zone. We'll have to wait.
Penalty flag on the play.
And the way Brearley's jumping around, it is on the defense. So a touchdown as Chelensky takes it in from about 5 yards out. Michael Vigura will be trying to add the extra point.
That penalty was against North Plainfield. Face mask.
Face mask penalty
Touchdown is good.
by the Canucks. So the teams are lined up and set. The ball is placed down. The kick is up. And the kick is no good. Off to the right. And so, just the start of things here in the second quarter. The Brearley Bears go on top 6-0.
At the beginning of the second quarter, the Bears 6, North Plainfield 0. For that face mask penalty.
15 yards will be marked off on the kickoff.
45-yard line.
Kicking from the North Plainfield 45-yard line for that face mask penalty. Michael Vergara will try to kick off. Keith gets back deep for North Plainfield.
Back deep for North Plainfield, number 88, Cleaver Ranson.
Cleaver Ranson also back deep for the Canucks. Ranson has the football, starts to his right side, and is hammered down by the entire kicking team. First down for the Canucks.
By number 88 of the Bears, Leonard Spina.
Leonard Spina in on the tackle for the Brearley Bears. First down, 10 yards to go, and the Canucks will try to answer that touchdown by Chelensky. Ball just outside the 10-yard line.
11 minutes and 42 seconds.
Just over 11 minutes to go in the second quarter. Split backfield for the Canucks. Ricky Jones with a pitch out to Newsom. Newsom trying to turn upfield, and he's sealed down by Ramos as he moved in
number 32,
from his cornerback position.
Taken down by number 10, Michael Ramos.
No gain on that play. Actually lost the yard. Make it about 2nd and 11 for the Canucks on their own 9-yard line. Kohler out to the left side. Jones takes it, pitches back to Newsom. Newsom turns the corner and is boomed out of bounds.
Again to number 32, Ken Newsom.
Pat Olenek, 69, in on the hit for the Bears.
69, Pat Olenek.
And that'll set up a third down situation for the Canucks, who haven't yet got on track on offense. Brearley Bears once again will try to hold them deep in their own territory and get possession around the 50-yard line. Third down situation. Jones, long count, takes the ball, goes straight back to pass, sets up, fires, overthrown, and incomplete. Intended for Dan Selman, sailed over his head, incomplete. So once again, Getz will have to kick out deep in his own territory. Capizano going back deep along with Ramos for the Bears. Chuck Mongeson, number 70, goes to the sidelines for the Bears. Gets back in his own end zone. And defense playing for the return gets off a little better kick than it did last time. And gets a good roll. Capizano has the football. And he's popped down.
Ball taken by number 32, Joe Capizano.
Capizano inside the 40-yard line
by number 65,
of the Canucks, and that's where Brearley will take over. Once again, Gary Faucher will be at quarterback with Capizano and Chelensky, his running backs. 6-0 for those of you who just tuned in and Store Cable. Scoreless first period. Both defenses dominating, and Brearley had a drive at the end of the first quarter, which culminated with a 5-yard touchdown run by Chelensky starting the second quarter. Extra point was no good, and that's where we stand now, 6-0. Faucher works it to the right side, and it's popped down.
bouncer on a quarterback keeper. Taken
Keith
down by
Wigger
32, Ken Newsom.
and Newsom in on the hit for the Canucks.
Play makes it 2nd and 9.
Scott Sherwood out of the lineup for the Canucks. Second down on a 35-yard line for the Bears, leading 6-0. 9:04 remaining before halftime. Gary Fletcher works it up inside. Defense seals in, and ball carrier goes nowhere. Cabazano.
And also number 32, Joe Cabazano.
Defense giving up ground grudgingly.
Ed O'Melia.
Canucks getting ready for this third down play. And we have a double wideouts to the left side. Split backfield. Fletcher hands off to Cabazano, and he didn't make that first down, but he got close to the sticks. Picked up about 3 on the play.
Taken down by number 53.
And that'll set up a 4th down and 4 situation. Or a 4th and 3. Play coming in from Taylor on the sidelines.
4th and 4 for the Bears. On about the 30-yard line.
So North Plainfield trying to dig in here and stop the Bears. Movement on offense by number 68, Chris Guerrillo, and moved him back 5. That certainly helps the Canucks cause.
Offside against the Bears.
Chris Guerrillo moving before the snap. And we had 3 or 4 player changes in between that play. And on 4th down, Coach Taylor elects to kick it deep in Canuck territory. Chelensky doing the punting. Nobody back. And it's a fake. They were looking for a fake. Chelensky has it. Tried to work for the first down. He didn't get it. Fumbles the football. And North Plainfield holds. Coach Ted Amos certainly looking for the fake, and they got it. Chelensky had it. They gave it to the big power back. Drove to the right side. Almost picked the first down up, but he was tripped up and had a fumble as well.
Makes it 1st and 10 for the Canucks.
So that picks up the Canuck bench and
29-yard line.
the entire coaching staff. Defense playing a fine ball game here against a double state champion. Jones to Newsom, and he goes nowhere as a solid wall meets him.
Number 32, Ken Newsom. Taken down by
Chuck
number 7,
Mogensen
Chuck Mogensen.
popped him down.
Gain of about a yard makes it 2nd and 9 for the Canucks.
Mogensen at 6'2", 255. Timmy Harris out to the right side. Jones looking right, sets up, being pressured now, fires, intercepted. Intercepted by Brearley.
Is intercepted by number 10, Michael Ramos.
Mike Ramos picked the ball up from Jones. Jones had time, fired it out there. Ramos picked it off.
And the Bears.
And so the Brearley Bears will come right back at North Plainfield after
14
a short drive.
in this first half.
Jones forcing the football slightly. Ball on the 39-yard line of North Plainfield. Down 6-0. Double wideouts, man in a slot. Chelensky has the football, flags all over the football field. He piles ahead for 5. Newsom brings him down.
Ball carried by number 38, Mike Chelensky. There is penalty flag on the play.
Penalty on Brearley to set him back. .547 remaining in the second quarter. Make it 1st and 15 for the Brearley Bears. And thus far, North Plainfield getting some good breaks with some key penalties at good times. Ball nestles inside the 45-yard line and make it the 44 of the Canucks. Forcher looks to the outside, fires a spot pass. Man has the football, moves downfield. And close to the 6. We'll see if it's a first down or not. Jones wrestled him out of bounds. Cabazano with the football.
There is a penalty flag on the play.
Officials talking on the far sideline, saying just exactly what that penalty is. Ball spotted right at the sticks. Personal foul against Brearley Bears.
A personal foul against Brearley.
And as I say, the right timing on defense. The penalty is going North Plainfield's way at the right time for them. Wrong time for Brearley. Sets them back to 44-yard line.
Makes it 2nd and 15.
2nd and 15 for the Bears, who have their offense a little sluggish here in the first half. Several penalties hurting their cause. Cabazano out to the left side. Foucher throws to Chelinsky. He's going to throw a pass. Airs it out. Man out there. Ramus has the football, and he scores.
Pass by number 38, Mike Chelinsky.
44-yard touchdown pass to Chelinsky to Ramus. Bears get on the scoreboard once again.
And that was good for the touchdown.
Mike Chelinsky showing us he got an arm as well as legs as he aired a perfect spiral out to Ramus. Mike Figueroa will try his second extra point. He calls timeout just as he gets set to kick.
Timeout is called on the field by Brearley.
So just when things started going wrong for the Bears, Chelinsky bails them out with a long touchdown pass. 44 yards to Ramus. 12-0 our score at the moment. We're awaiting the extra point attempt, and Coach Taylor over with his unit talking on the sidelines. Gary Forcher talking with the coach. We'll see if they go for a two-point conversion. Missing the first attempt. Looking at the Bears huddle. Getting control of this game at 12-0 here. With a little over 5 minutes to go before halftime. Once again, Storer Cable, happy to bring this high school game of the week your way. Kelvin Johnson, producer. Dennis Miller at the microphones, calling all the action. Our next telecast here at Storer Cable will be the Linden Tigers and the Plainfield Cardinals a couple weeks from now. That a watch on conference ball game. And they're going to go for two, the Bears, missing that first extra point attempt. Double wideouts right side as Gary Forcher at quarterback ducks in. And he fakes the handoff, takes it himself, tries to cut inside, and is down. No good. So the defense was wise to the call that time. And with a little over 5 minutes remaining before halftime, the score, 12 points for the Brearley Bears. Nothing as yet for North Plainfield.
So the score, with 5 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the first half. Brearley 12, North.
Brearley's offense a little sluggish in the first half, but they still mustered 2 scores. They're on top 12-0. North Plainfield having trouble this year as well as last year scoring in a ball game. Defense out on the football field a long time.
Kicking for Brearley, number 51, Michael Vergora.
Mike Vergora approaches the football. Comes down to Stapleton.
Taken by number 11, Joe Stapleton.
Joe Stapleton moves upfield for a couple yards, and a penalty flag is thrown right in at the end of that play. Personal foul right at the end of that play by the Brearley Bears.
That penalty is a personal foul against Brearley.
The second personal foul here in the last couple minutes. Getting over aggressive are the Bears. Penalty moves the ball up to the 46-yard line of North Plainfield. Good field position. They'll start out.
The ball is being placed on the
And they'll take it, I'm sure, trailing by 12.
first down, Canucks.
Dan Selman comes out to the right side for the Canucks. Ricky Jones dropped straight back pass, and it's intercepted by Chelinski. He has nothing but daylight in front of him. He's downfield. He's at the 20, the 15, cuts back inside to the 10, and he'll score. Penalty flag. Looked to be a clip down there just as Chelinski was going in the end zone.
There is a penalty flag on the play.
Interception will stand, but a clip on that play against the Bears. Many penalties today on the Brearley Bears, wiping that touchdown off the board. And they're talking with Keith Getz on that penalty. And they'll move the ball way back.
Penalty is against Brearley.
Ball seated on a 25-yard line
Clipping.
instead of a touchdown. But nonetheless, the Bears still have the football. Chelinski showing us all of his attributes, throwing the football, on defense, intercepting, and of course running the football as he does very well, and also blocking. Official timeout.
Referee's timeout.
Ricky Jones, straight drop back pass. Ball sailed on him just a bit. Chelinski playing center field back, did a monster man, pulled it out. Ran it in for 6, but it had a clip. Ball nestled inside the 25-yard line. We'll start our action. Gary Forcher at quarterback, as he had been throughout the whole game, gives off to Chelinski. Pulls ahead for several yards.
Taken down by number 32, Ken Newsom.
Newsom, who's been very active on defense, bringing him down. Second and 7 for the Bears. Little over 4 minutes to go before halftime. 12-0 our score. Brearley on top. Cloudless afternoon here at North Plainfield. Again, Chelinski has the leather, pulls ahead for the first down and more. Picked up about 8 yards on that play. And a first down is signaled once again. And now the power of the Brearley Bears beginning to assert itself. That offensive line moving out the defensive front wall. Timeout taken by North Plainfield to regroup just a bit. Coach Tedemo coming out to talk to his defensive charges. North Plainfield defense out on the football field throughout the first half. Recapping the scoring with this timeout. We had a scoreless first quarter. Then Mike Chelensky ran it in from 5 yards out to forge a 6-0 lead. The extra point was no good. Then we had a 44-yard touchdown pass from Mike Chelensky to Ramos. They went for 2, couldn't get it, and that's where we are at 12-0. Chelensky just picking off a Ricky Jones pass a few moments ago, running in for 6, but there was a clip on the play, and he moved it back to the 25-yard line. From there, we picked up a first down and 2, and really threatening once again. Ball seated around the 10-yard line, just outside the 10-yard line. First down for the Brearley Bears. And we zoom in on the quarterback, Gary Farcher, and his charges as he ducks in at quarterback. Again, Chelensky carrying virtually every play, moving downfield. You have to gang tackle Chelensky. Hard man to bring down. Gonzalez in on the hit for the Canucks. Second and over 2, almost 3 yards to go. A little over 3.5 minutes to go before halftime. And the Brearley Bears trying to get their 3rd touchdown of the contest. Ball on the 3-yard line. Cabezano driving in.
32, Joe Capizano.
Close to touchdown territory.
Number 46, Mark Thomas.
Mark Thomas done on the hit for the Canucks. A first down once again. They're right by the goal line. First and goal at about the 1-yard line for the Brearley Bears, leading 12-0. They come crisply out of the huddle to the line of scrimmage. Double wide outs to the right side. Split backfield. Cabezano and Chelensky, and at quarterback, Foucher takes it himself for the 6.
Gary Foucher on the quarterback keeper.
And our score moves up to 18-0.
For the touchdown.
And they'll go for the 1-point conversion. Mike Bergura will be attempting his second kick. His first was no good. Floated off to the right side. Teams are lined up and set. The ball is placed down. Penalty marker down. Up. And it's good.
Penalty flying on the play.
Let's wait and see what happened. Motion on Brearley, and that'll negate that extra point. Went right through there. One of the few things that Brearley hasn't been able to do today is connect on an extra point. Missed the first one. The second one, they went for 2, and North Plainfield held them, and this time they popped it right through there, but they had a penalty. Many, many penalties on the Brearley Bears today. But great team that they are, they still lead 18-0. They'll set him back 5 yards, making it 25-yarder, like a field goal, and kick is up. And the kick is good. So they finally break the ice on the extra point attempts. 2:54 remaining before halftime. The score rises to 19 points for Brearley. Nothing as yet for North Plainfield.
Brearley 19, North Plainfield 0.
Brearley Bears asserting themselves now just before halftime. Started out rather sluggishly. Both teams volleying for position. The defenses dominating early. And of course, Mike Chelensky has been the star here in the first half, as he is in most contests.
Back to kick for Brearley, Michael Figura.
Figueroa signals he's all set. Newsom gets the deep backs. Low end over and squibbly kick coming down, taken by Getz, and he falls on the football. And the Canucks will start once again on offense just before halftime. See if they can get on the board.
Used to be my life was just emotions passing by. Then you came along and made me laugh and made me cry. You taught me why, baby, I'ma want you. Baby, I'ma need you. Oh, it took so long to find you, baby, baby, I'ma want you. Baby, I need you.
Coach change. We need R2.
Here's the terminal.
R2 where?
I'm trying. Smokers are trucks or something, aren't they?
Field trailing in the ball game, 19-0. Dan McKenna leads his team out of the huddle at center. Jones follows him with a split backfield. Man out to the left side, trailing by 19, trying to desperately get on the scoreboard. And they play conservative with a dive play straight up the gut. Ken Newsom.
Carried by number 32, Ken Newsom. Taken down.
Just over 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Third and short, third and about 3 for North Plainfield. Both mustered little offense here this afternoon. Good crowd here this afternoon for today's ball game, early in the afternoon. Middle of the week ball game as Jones goes back to pass, sets up, fires long, over the head of everyone, incomplete. Dan Salmon was the intended receiver out there, but he was double covered and the ball was over everyone's head anyway.
Makes it 4th and 3 for the Canucks.
Jones showed us a good arm anyway on that play. Fourth down situation, and the Brearley Bears will be coming right back at the Canucks once again, leading by 19. And a timeout is taken by North Plainfield as we have some player substitutions on the football field. Ed Amelia in the lineup for the Canucks. (19-0) our score. For those of you who have just tuned in, Brearley Bears in the white and North Plainfield Canucks in the burgundy and white. Dennis Miller at the microphone, Kelvin Johnson on camera, and producing this Store Cable Game of the Week. Both teams coming into today's game at 1-0. And a fourth down situation, play back in. Keith Getz again will be doing the punting. Averaged 41 yards a punt last year. Had one short punt today. Almost blocked, and he's ran into. And there's a flag right there. Set up a first down. Corey Boyle ran into the kicker. Ramos is running away from everyone. Showing some good effort. Another flag way downfield.
Taken down by number 71, Mike Curran.
And the officials discussing his double penalty. Waiting our referees' official decision on that. See if they're offsetting penalties or if the first one transpires, that blocking the kick, the original one. We'll see. Long discussion. I don't think the officials really know the verdict. And they move away from both teams to get a better conference going. Keith Getz going back to punt, was run into just as he got the ball off as the Brearley Bears had an all-out rush. Was knocked to the ground. Flag came out. And also a flag came out on the return. Looked to be a clip. As Mike Ramos ran upfield for some good yardage. Clock is stopped at 1:31 to go in the second quarter, 19-0. And I don't think anybody really knows exactly what to call on this play. Here we go. We'll have official verdict here. Running into the kicker on Brearley, and a clip on Brearley.
Personal foul roughing the kicker against Brearley and flipping against Brearley.
And as we sort out the penalty, North Plainfield will have possession. Ball at the 37-yard line of North Plainfield with about a minute and a half to go before halftime. One more shot at trying to get into the end zone.
2-yard line.
So two fouls on Brearley in the same play. We thought maybe one of those fouls might have been against North Plainfield, but it wasn't. It was a double foul. And they took the roughing the kicker. And here we go.
30 seconds remaining in the first half.
So a break for the Canucks. Let's see if they can cash in on this as they have double wideouts to the left side. Spot pass outside and going nowhere. The ball carrier, Mark Thomas. Lost a couple on the play.
Taken down by number 47, Brian Chelensky.
Wayne McCallum.
2, Ilio Siragusa.
Wayne Malcolm, I should say, in the lineup, number 34 at halfback for the Canucks.
12 for the Canucks.
Malcolm and Newsom, the setbacks at the moment, with one wide out to the left side. Newsom takes the ball himself, tries to turn upfield, fumbles the football, scramble for it. Looks like Brearley came up with it, and they did. Ken Kinney came up, number 44, with that fumble. And just like that, the Brearley Bears have it once again. And the defense trudges back on the football field again for the Canucks.
And the ball recovered by Brearley.
Clock running down at 30 seconds. Let's see if the Bears air it out, trying to get another 6. Gary Forcher at quarterback. Straight drop back pass. Receivers flood the field. He sets up good time. Takes off. Moves close to the 6, about a 9-yard pickup. Receivers were covered that time.
Taken down by...
And a timeout is taken by the Bears. 9 seconds remaining before halftime. Ball at the 33-yard line of North Plainfield. 19-0 our score. Brearley Bears trying to get on the scoreboard once again. Wind whipping up, knocking our papers all over the booth. We had a surge of wind here. 9 seconds remaining before halftime. We'll see if they air it out with the Big Ben here. It's about all they can do. Double wideouts, both sides. Spot pass to Ramos, and he'll go deep. Throws the ball out there. Man is out there, and touchdown. Cabazano.
Brearley. That was a pass.
33-yard touchdown pass. And that's a killer.
Completed to number 32, Joe Capizano.
Extra point attempt coming up.
51, Michael.
Bagora will try once again. The kick is up, high enough, deep enough, and it is good.
And the point is good.
So, with 2 seconds remaining before halftime, the score rises to 26 points for Brearley, nothing for North Plainfield. An untimely pass for the Canucks, and certainly a timely pass for the Brearley as they tried that double pass just as before. Chelinsky find the last one, and Ramos this time, both resulting in touchdowns. So that play is, both of those plays total up about 77 yards, 44 on one and 33 on the other.
51, Michael Bergora.
It's hard to figure out how a man could be so wide open there. That secondary playing the pass. Low kick taken by Getz with no time on the clock. He works to the outside and moves upfield ahead of a lot of people there, and knocked down at the last moment
By Getz.
as the clock runs out. Well, we have one half of football in the books here at Krause Field. The score, the Brearley Bears 26, North Plainfield nothing. We'll have second half action in just a moment. Cloudless afternoon here at North Plainfield with wind gust here in the second half. Keith Getz getting the football. Teeing it up on his 35-yard line. Ramos and Cabazano in double safety for the Bears. And North Plainfield spreads out on the 30-yard line. Second half action about to commence. Getz approaches the football. Good high kick coming down to Cabazano. Fumbles the football. Moves it up to the 15-20. Breaking free and is popped down after a good effort up to around the 35-yard line. That's where the Bears will take over. 1st and 10 at that spot. Again, the backfield will line up with Gary Foucher at quarterback, Cabazano 32, and number 38, Mike Chelinsky. His setbacks.
Dan Selman.
Canucks trying to do something positive here in the second half, get on the scoreboard, get some momentum coming their way. Trailing 26 to nothing. Handoff inside and piled up the ball carrier. Got short yardage. Pick up a 2 on the play, pick up a 1 on the play, make it 2nd and 9 for the Bears. Just the start of things. Huge gust of winds are swirling around the football field now. And with that dirt infield from the baseball field, it makes vision a little impaired here. Man in the slot, moving on defense. Foucher fumbles the football, dives ahead, and I don't know who has it. Look to get away from it the last second. Let's wait and see. And Butcher came up with the football. That's about the third time in the ball game where he lost the football, moving to the outside.
Makes it 3rd and 12.
3rd and 12. Leading by 26, a 26-point surge in the second quarter by the Bears. They have a commanding lead. Pitch out to Cabazano, cuts back inside, drives ahead, but far short of the first down, and a penalty marker down at the last second, right?
Taken down by
They had to play a clip on the play, and
flag on the play.
North Plainfield probably would refuse that. Set up a 4th down. Talking with the defense about it now. And they elect to take the penalty.
That penalty is against Brearley.
And it's a long one, sets it back inside the 20-yard line to the 17-yard line.
Nothing. Makes it 3rd and 27.
3rd and 27 for the Brearley Bears. So North Plainfield wants to get better field position, so they took that penalty. Try to hold them here and get good field position on the kick. That's if the Bears don't get this first down. One never knows. Chelensky with a quick kick, and that goes nowhere, straight up in the air. Down and bounces back on about the 26-yard line. So one of the few things bad that Mike Chelensky has done in the ball game. Of course, the wind was moving right against him, coming at him.
9 minutes and 35 seconds.
But he didn't get all that football as well. It's only about an 8-yard kick for Chelensky when the ball fell to the turf. Let's see if North Plainfield can capitalize on that short kick. Keith Getz pulls ahead for a couple yards. Four is brought down. Chuck Mogeson on the tackle for the Bears. Touchdown would look mighty good, mighty healthy here for North Plainfield, who have to be down, trailing 26-0. Handoff inside and moving ahead for a couple more yards, Ken Newsom. Pat Olenek on the stop for the Bears. 3rd and 5 for North Plainfield. Little over 8 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 26-0 our score. Man out to the right side with a split backfield, and Jones fires across the middle, incomplete. Intended for Chris Kohler. Defender broke it up at the last moment. Corey Ball had his hands on the football, fell incomplete. So 4th down situation. Canucks try to convert on this first down, and certainly they don't want to give up this football, getting good field position on that short kick. Fourth down as Jones goes back to pass, sets up, fires, incomplete. Thrown to the outside of the receiver. The ball looked to be intercepted for a moment, but he had trapped it. Ken Kinney, and the ball goes over on downs. So the Canucks couldn't capitalize on that short kick and come up empty. And Brearley takes possession on their own 21-yard line, 1st and 10. Kenny in the slot right as Potcher goes to the outside, works to the right side, turns the corner, moves downfield for the first down and much more over the 40-yard line.
Gary Poucher on a keeper.
Poucher showing us some good speed. Got some good blocking, good cut blocking on that play. Rick Jones brought him down. And Brearley picks up yet another first down.
Brings the ball up to the 39-yard line. First and 10 for Brearley with a little over 8 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
First down ball on the 39-yard line, I formation. Chelensky has the football, goes ahead for 5, 6, 8 yards, drives up close to a first down.
Handoff to Mike Chelensky.
Just a quick power pop. Offensive wall moved, the big surge, and Chelensky just took the hole and did the rest on his own. 2nd and 1. Fake handoff, and a defensive wall closes in on the quarterback Poucher and drops him. A flag on the play.
There's a penalty flag on the play.
Mark Thomas was one of the first men to get to the quarterback.
That's tackled by number 46, Mark Thomas.
Personal foul against the Canucks of North Plainfield, and Mark Thomas holds his helmet in disgust, thwarting that good sack. And that sets up a first down situation. Move the ball out to the 37-yard line.
Personal foul against North Plainfield.
47-yard line of North Plainfield. Costly mistake by the North Plainfield defense. Cabazano breaking free in the middle of the secondary, and he'll score. Flag on the play.
There is a penalty flag on the play.
47-yard touchdown. Man down in the end zone.
Referee's timeout.
Cabazano down in the end zone. 47-yard jaunt. Went to the right, cut back across the grain. Showed a lot of speed, but they're bringing the ball back.
That penalty is against Brearley.
A clipping penalty against Brearley. And today they're their own worst enemy on a lot of plays. Ball on the 30-yard line of North Plainfield. Official timeout. We'll take a look at the injured ball player in the end zone.
Timeout on the field.
Man who scored the apparent touchdown, Capizano, you see him limping off the field. Came up with a cramp. As he extended himself past the last defender, was off to the races, but was called back because of a clip. But leading 26-0. They'll sit him down for a while. And first down for the Bears. Chelensky has it, works it up inside, and he's on the move, and looks like he'll score.
Touchdown, Brearley.
No flags this time.
On the handoff to number 38, Mike Chelensky.
35-yard run, and Chelensky looks to be a little weary after that. Pulling up cramps in both ball players.
There's an official timeout.
This, of course, the Mike Chelensky show today. .35-yard touchdown run. 2 TDs in a row, 1 called back.
Attempting the extra point, number 51, Michael Segura.
Vagoro again will try to convert. Ball is placed down. The kick is up and right through there.
And the point is good.
So with 6:52 remaining in the third quarter, the score rises to 33 to nothing, Brearley.
The Brearley Bears 33, North Plainfield 0.
Defense weary, being on the football field a long, long time this afternoon. And it was evidence of the last two plays, 2 touchdowns, 1 call back. Cabazana running about 47 yards, and the next play, Chalinsky took it 35 and with the lumber and just outraced everyone. Defense with some heavy legs. Newsom gets the deep backs. A low kick carrying down to Newsom. Newsom has it on his 20-yard line, starts up the middle, and is popped down. And Ricky Jones saunters out on the football field to take charge of the offense once again. And the offense hasn't been doing a whole lot here today. Double wideouts to the left side, and Jones goes straight back to pass, sets up, fires over the middle, and intercepted once again.
That ball intercepted by number 44, Ken Kenny.
Kenny has it, moves downfield, and the Bears are in scoring position once again.
And Brearley takes possession of the ball.
Ken Kenny with the interception. Just outside the 10-yard line. Brearley Bears will take over on that interception. Leading by a commanding 33 to nothing score. Certainly looking ever so powerful as their 2 consecutive championships indicate. Chalinsky once again driving upfield, leaving players in his wake. Moving close to that end zone.
22, Mike
DiMatteo in on the hit, but not before Chalinsky picks up almost 9 yards on that play. Seated right at the goal line. I formation. We'll see what happens, and Chalinsky takes it once again. Didn't get in, but he's close to that first down.
And off to Chalinsky.
And it is a first down.
Number 33, Keith Weghart.
Keith Weghart, the tackler on the play, getting up a little slowly. Anybody be getting up slowly when they tackle Chalinsky. First and goal inside the 1. Split backfield this time. Foucher takes it, hands it ahead to Chalinsky. Flags all over the football field.
Flags on the play.
Motion penalty against Brearley, which will set him back 5. So instead of going to the end zone, another touchdown callback. 3 touchdowns called back today with penalties. And they're still leading 33 to nothing. A test of their power.
Makes it first and 6 for the Bears.
First down from the 6. Chalensky takes the football, driving ahead, and scores. Chalensky from 6 yards out. The score rises to 39-0.
Good for the touchdown.
Chalensky with yet another score. Chalensky with 3 runs for touchdown, and he threw a touchdown pass. Intercepted a pass, ran it in for a touchdown, and that was called back. The point after is up. No good.
And that point is no good.
Bagura misses. Second miss of the game.
With 4 minutes and 39 seconds.
4 minutes, 39 seconds remaining in the third quarter. The score, Brearley Bears 39, North Plainfield nothing. We'll probably see us some wholesale substitutions any moment for the Brearley Bears as they're well out in front, 39-0, in command of this football game. After a scoreless first quarter, they surged ahead with a 26-point second quarter. It set the tone for this game. Bagura kicks off. Man has the football, starts upfield, moves ahead, and is popped down. Ranson with the football. And the Canucks go on offense once again. Coach Taylor has to be happy with the score, but displeased with his team with a lot of penalties today. Some sloppy play, even though they're comfortably ahead. Newsom works to the outside and is popped down after a couple. Little under 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Still plenty of football left, and Canucks certainly like to see this clock wind down quickly here. Jones works a pitch out to Newsom. He goes nowhere, and the offense is getting very, very conservative. Can't understand running the football down 39-0. Coach Ted Amo trying to get some cohesiveness with the offensive unit, keeping the ball on the ground, getting some good blocking, getting some basic fundamentals going. This time they go to the pass. It's completed and fumbled. Ball still bouncing down, and I believe Brearley came up with it. They did again. Mark Thomas had the football when he was hit. He fumbled. Brearley came up with it and take over at their 45-yard line. Yet another turnover for the Canucks. And the defense once again comes back out onto the football field. And it's tough for any defense, especially against a team as powerful as Brearley, to be out on the football field that long. And some substitutions in the ball game. Mike Ramus is working at quarterback, taking over for Gary Foucher, who had a good ball game carrying the offense, scoring a touchdown. And the second unit is basically in there for Brearley, along with several key starters. Of course, Ramus moving over from a wide out to quarterback. Hand off to the second back through Kinney, who's working at tailback. Moves ahead for good yardage. Sets up a 3rd and 3 situation for the Bears, working with their second unit, comfortably in control. 39-0. A look at North Plainfield Canucks as they deploy on defense. Ramos directing the attack with the I formation. Takes it himself, belly series, works to the outside, turns the corner, moves for good yardage and a first down. Ramos showing some good speed, athletic ability with that. Good run. And a first down is called. Ball at about the 35-yard line of North Plainfield. As the second unit offense tries to get on the scoreboard. Timeout, official timeout momentarily. Injured football player on the far sidelines. And you can see the trainers running across for North Plainfield. Some assistance. North Plainfield offense just couldn't get going today. Several interceptions, thwarting drives, some fumbles, passes being overthrown. Mike DiMatteo, the injured ball player, number 22, coming out of the ball game under his own power. That's a good sign. Ball nestled on the 33-yard line for the Brearley Bears, and the clock starts once again. This time they line up in the I with double wideouts right side. Ramus hands off to the second back through Kinney. Malcolm in on the stop for the Canucks. Rich Godowski, number 1, in the lineup with the play. And he goes out to the right side. Along with Joe Squilero. Double wideouts. I formation. Ramos calling signals. Whistles. And the quarter ends on that just before that snap. So with 3 quarters in the books here at North Plainfield, Howard Krause Field, the score. The Brearley Bears 39, North Plainfield nothing. As I was saying before, Coach Taylor of Brearley has to be happy with the score, but not happy with a lot of key penalties for his first unit throughout the ball game. Some sloppy play throughout. And when they play against some tougher competition, especially Roselle Park, New Providence, he'd better be tightened up and have less penalties in key situations. There's a look at North Plainfield bench, a little dismayed and disarray, down by 39 points, but I'm sure they'll have some better days ahead. It's still a long season. Ball at the 31-yard line. Ramos takes it himself, pitches out to Kenny, fumbles a football, and North Plainfield, I believe, comes up with a football. They do. So one positive sign for North Plainfield, and they get a good ovation from the crowd. Chris Kohler with the fumble recovery. And the Canucks going offense, trying desperately to get on the scoreboard to avert a shutout. Dan McKenna at center over the ball. Rick Jones still in at quarterback. Twins to the right side. Man in motion, that's Newsom. They roll right. And a pass looks to be picked off. Or was it trapped? It was trapped at the last moment. Incomplete. Several balls today were trapped by Brearley defenders. Second and 10 for North Plainfield. Coach Ted Amer would certainly love to get on the scoreboard at least once against this juggernaut team and give his team a little positive sign for next week. Jones comes left, fires long, in and out of the hands of the defender, Gary Foucher, our first-string quarterback who's playing in the secondary. So 2 near interceptions by the Bears go astray. Third down situation now, 3rd and long, 3rd and 10. Ball at the 34-yard line of North Plainfield. We're into the 4th quarter, 39-0. Brearley Bears in definite control. Jones, straight drop back pass, throws over to Getz, but he's going nowhere as he's popped down. Tony Melius popped him down. Tony Melius, and Getz went nowhere. Now some more wholesale player substitutions as we set up for a 4th down punt. Coach Taylor trying to get all of his charges in the football game, getting him some game experience. John Lynch, number 81, back at one of the safeties as Getz takes the ball himself, moves upfield, and is out of bounds. And once again, the Brearley Bears have outstanding field position. Gets pressured on that kick. He had to take off himself. The kick would have been blocked. And disaster once again for North Plainfield. And the Bears have the football on the 31-yard line. Movement on defense. Encroachment. Eric Gonzalez. They'll move it ahead 5 yards. A little over 10 minutes to go in the ball game. 39-0. State champion Brearley Bears, Group 1. Section 2, North Jersey. Last 2 years in a row, in control. Valley Division game. Both teams coming in at 1-0. Bears will go ahead 2-0. Flags all over the field as the ball carrier moving up for good yardage before being brought down. Motion penalty, fumble, and North Plainfield comes upward again. That was sort of the quietest fumbles I've ever seen.
First down, North Plainfield.
And so timeout is taken by Taylor to regroup his
Timeout,
unit.
Brearley.
Have a lot of unknown ball players running around in disarray out there for the Bears. And they have to regroup. 13 ball players running around out there. They had to say, wait a minute, call timeout. Panning around the stadium, we see some of the fans waving up at the cameras and having a fine day in a sun-kissed afternoon. And there's a look at the scoreboard with 9:55 remaining. And you could see the score, a whopping 39-0 in our fourth quarter. And the Brearley Bears across the way, their fans have come. Have a nice contingency across the way. And play is back in. Jones takes it himself, pitches back to Keith Getz. Getz moves downfield and knocks one of his own men to the ground before he goes out of bounds.
Taken out of bounds by number 68, Chris Squilaro.
Squilaro in on the hit for the Bears. 2nd and 6 for North Plainfield. The game is in the books. North Plainfield just trying to get on the scoreboard. And of course, Coach Taylor of the Brearley Bears getting all of his team into the game. Newsom coming upfield for the first down.
Handoff to Newsom.
And our player of the football game, no surprise to anyone, Big Mike Chilinsky, 6'5", 240 pounds.
Taken out by number
Ran
58,
for 3 touchdowns and threw a touchdown pass. And also had an interception. Man out to the right side as Jones gives it inside to Getz. Getz breaks free, still moving, and picks up another first down on the 47-yard line.
Yes. First and 10 for the Canucks.
Coach Amo mixing up his plays, trying to get his team on the scoreboard. Newsom takes it. Powell drives ahead for about 7 before he's brought down.
Handoff to Newsom.
Travis Marshall in on defense, and Kinney as well. Second and about 3 yards to go for North Plainfield, down 39-0. Playing out the string, trying on this get on the scoreboard. Newsom again gets the first down,
Inside handoff to Newsom.
and the ball's nestled in on the
By
39-yard line.
Travis Marshall.
Another first down for the Canucks.
First and 10 for the Canucks.
Split backfield as Jones takes it himself. Tries to go upfield and pitches out the last second to Getz. Getz moves downfield and is popped down hard out of bounds, and all kind of flags there. Some late hits out of bounds, and another hit. That might have been against the bench of North Plainfield, that last one. Coach Ted Amo irate at the antics of the Brearley Bears out of bounds. Big discussion. And we'll have to sort this one out to you. First down, we know that for sure. Unsportsmanlike conduct by Brearley. And now we'll mark it off.
That penalty is against Brearley.
Move the chains back 15 yards and unsportsmanlike conduct against North Plainfield, and we'll come back the other way before we finally settle the ball down. That had to be against the bench because I saw one of our officials look at the coaching staff at the last second and throw that flag. Someone must have said some unkind words. And the ball is nestled inside the 30-yard line at the 29-yard line as we start up with a first down. So that'll make it a first down and over 20, 25 yards to go for North Plainfield, trailing 39-0. Issue is certainly not in doubt, but they'd certainly like to get on the scoreboard before this game is out. 7 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the ball game. Getz has the football, works to the outside, carries several tacklers with him, and gets some of that penalty yardage back.
Taken down by number 81, John Lynch.
And a timeout is taken.
Referee timeout.
Official timeout momentarily. And plays back in. Mark Thomas comes to the sidelines as the Canucks break the huddle, come to the line of scrimmage. Tim Ahern's out to the right side, split backfield. Newsom has it, works it to the left side, and is pulled down, short gain.
Stopped by number 68, Chris Squilero.
Most of the fans still here at the ballpark enjoying this beautiful afternoon here at Krause Field.
Makes it third and
Getting a
12.
little suntan as well. Beautiful today. Temperatures around 70 degrees. We had some gust of wind before. It slowed down. Virtually nothing now. Jones looks to the outside to pass, throws it, and completes the football. Completes his pass to Dan Selman.
Pass completed to Dan Selman.
But that sets up a fourth down and still about 8 yards to go. They got most of the yardage back.
Makes it 4th and 7 for the Canucks with a little over 6 minutes remaining in the game.
Little over 6 minutes remaining in the football game, and North Plainfield with their deepest penetration trying to capitalize on a fumble. Jones takes the football, roll to the left side, fires sidearm. Newsom has it.
Pass completed.
And we'll have to wait and see where the spot is. We're on kind of an angle.
Taken down by number 28, Marty Ludicky.
Marty Ludicky in on the tackle. Timeout. They're going to bring the chains in. It's right at the sticks, that the ball. Which is inside the 5-yard line, about the 4. Ted Amo certainly crossing his fingers on this measurement. 4th down call. First down. Miller on the microphone. Ramos takes the football himself, works to the left side,
Quarterback keeper
and is boomed out of bounds.
taken out of bounds by number
Cleaver Ranson in on the hit. Blowing Frank Daddario. And the North Plainfield band celebrating that last touchdown and keeping the fans entertained here on the near side. for sitting rather passively and just content, taking in the sun. Ramus takes it himself, moves ahead for some good yardage.
Quarterback keeper.
Still shy of the first down.
Taken down by number 33, Keith Wigard.
Clock down to 4 minutes remaining. And at the end of the contest, we'll give you a recap of all of the scoring. And we've had a lot. Ramos to Kenny. Kenny works up the gut and takes it himself. Has the angle. Working down to the 20, to the 10, down to the 5. Touchdown. 48-yard touchdown run. Ken Kenny with a 48-yard touchdown run. Ken Kenny with a pretty run. And they go for the 2-point conversion and make it.
And the extra point is good.
Brian Chelinsky,
So the score,
brother of Mike, goes over for
remaining in the
2-point conversion.
Brearley 47.
47-7 our score with 3:37 remaining in the contest. Forty-seven to 7. Brearley winning 44-7 a week ago. It's 47-7 this week. Putting some big numbers on the scoreboard 2 weeks in a row. Ransom with the football, still moving ahead, and he's finally popped down at about the 20-yard line.
About the 20-yard line.
So the Canucks with one more chance to get on the scoreboard to answer
North Plainfield takes
Kenny's
the
touchdown.
ball with 3 minutes and 27 seconds remaining.
47-7. Brearley on top. Like to thank head coach Ted Amo and athletic director John Mostalas for all their help in helping us out with this telecast. Thank you all at home for tuning in and enjoying the game. Ranson out to the left side. New quarterback in there, pitches back. Man dives on, and it's a fumble, and Brearley recovers. Wayne Malcolm tried to fall on the ball, but Brearley came up with it. John Godowski came up with that fumble, number 43 for the Brearley Bears, and he gets in the stat book. And the Bears again will get the ball and try to go over the 50 mark. .235 remaining in the game. The ball on the 15-yard line of North Plainfield. John Santanastasa was the quarterback on that play. Handoff, ball carrier goes nowhere. The interior wall sealing him down. Travis Marshall. And Coach Taylor electing to keep the ball on the ground, and if his team scores, they'll have to score on the ground. Another quarterback in the lineup, Jeff Barr. Just handing off. Coach Taylor not looking to run the score up. He's already well in control, 47-7. Clock ticking down at 1:39. He'll probably sit on it. Third quarterback of the football game for the Bears. Travis Marshall again, moving down inside the 10-yard line with a fourth down situation coming up. Approaching the minute mark now. Handoff to Marshall, pulls ahead down to the 5-yard line, and the ball will go over on downs. 47 seconds remain in the game. This one has been long in the books. Santanastaso at quarterback. Airs the ball out and almost intercepted and dropped at the last second by Jeff Barr, number 7. Second down for the Canucks at their own 5-yard line. John Kratz in the lineup, number 35, and Wayne Malcolm gets the carry the leather. Short yardage, 15 seconds remaining, and they probably won't get another play off. Steve Schmidt comes into the lineup. 5 seconds remaining. 3, 2, 1. And that's the end of the game here at Krause Field here in North Plainfield. The final score, the Brearley Bears 47, North Plainfield Canucks 7. And we watch both teams come to the center of the field. We'll give you a recap of scoring. After a scoreless first quarter, the second quarter started with a drive by Brearley, which coincided the end of the first quarter into the second quarter. Mike Chilinsky ran it in from 5 yards out. The extra point was no good. It was 6-0 Brearley. Then we had a 44-yard pass from Mike Chilinsky to Mike Ramus. A 2-point conversion was thwarted by North Plainfield. It was 12-0 Brearley. Then we had an interception by Mike Chilinsky. It was a touchdown. It was called back because of a clip, but Brearley drove it in anyway with a 1-yard run by Gary Foucher. The extra point this time was good by Mike Viguro. The score surged to 19-0. Then we had a 33-yard pass from Ramus to Cabazano, and the extra point was good. It was 26-0 at the half. A 26-point second quarter, which set the tone for the ball game. Then in the third quarter, we had a 35-yard run by Mike Chilinsky. The kick was good. 33-0 was our score. Then an interception by Ken Kenny, number 44, who played a good game on defense, and he had a touchdown run later. We had a 6-yard run by Chilinsky, making the score 39-0 with the extra point no good. Then later on, we had a 4-yard run by Ken Newsom, and the extra point was good by Getz, making the score 39-7. And then we had a 45-yard touchdown by Kenny and Brian Chelensky had the 2-point run to make the score 47-7. Brian Chelensky, the brother of Mike Chelensky. That rounded out our scoring. So that's it here at North Plainfield. I'll be back with some final thoughts in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Phil Simms with the Giants. When I'm on the field, these guys protect me from blitzing linebackers. But when I'm on the road, it's these men and women who protect me and my family from drunk drivers.
That's right, Phil. Here in New Jersey, we have tough laws against drinking and driving. If you're caught, you automatically lose your license and pay a heavy fine. You could even be sent to jail.
That's right, Governor Kane. Remember, protect yourself
And others.
Don't drink and drive.
Dennis Miller back at Howard Krause Field, high atop the football field, 47-7, our final score. The Brearley Bears on top of an outmanned North Plainfield Canuck football team. And I'd like to apologize for our producer Kelvin Johnson, director. He didn't get that last touchdown, one touchdown, lone touchdown for North Plainfield. Ken Newsom carrying the football over from 4 yards out. You'll have to stab him, you North Plainfield fans. I'm completely innocent of that fact. But anyway, 47-7, we apologize for that error. Our most valuable player in a football game, no surprise to anyone, big number 38, Mike Chelensky, 6'5", 240-pounder, ran for 3 touchdowns, one of 5 yards, one of 3 yards, 35 yards, excuse me, and one of 6 yards. He also had a 44-yard touchdown pass to Ramus, and he intercepted one and ran it back for a touchdown, was called back because of a clip. So Mike Chelensky bringing in the leather and moving Brearley Bears to 2-0 and high atop the standings of the Valley Conference. And for North Plainfield, they dropped to 1-1, winning last week 13-0 and getting pounced on today. But hopefully it'll be some sunny skies in the future of Ted Amo and his troops. So that's the end of the football game here at Howard Krause Field. I hope you enjoyed an action-packed day, sun-kissed afternoon, plenty of scoring, certainly on one side at any rate. So for Kelvin Johnson, I'm Dennis.
And shutouts the key this week, and 5 shutouts recorded by teams in the top 10, Steve.
Plenty of shutouts, Matt. A fine afternoon of football all throughout. You mentioned the 5 in the top 10. We counted about 9 shutouts throughout our entire TV3 area. So today was the shutout Saturday, and we'll talk about that. We've got a lot of scores, and now over Summit, 28-0. Once again, Kelvin Johnson scoring 2 touchdowns, 134 yards rushing for Johnson. Johnson's 2 touchdowns coming in the 3rd quarter when Linden pulled the game away from Summit High School. Antoine Allen, the sophomore quarterback for Linden High School, had a good one, 3 for 6 for 65 yards, a touchdown pass. And that one was from 31 yards. Kelvin Johnson with the interception. Linden with the shutout today. Once again, the final score over Summit High School, 28-0.
Steve, there was a big NNJIL matchup today at Clifton, and the Mustangs come away with the big 34-13 victory over Montclair, which came in ranked number 3 in our poll. Montclair falls to 3-2 on the year. They did have a lead of 13-0 in this game. However, Clifton came back with 2 second-quarter touchdowns, one late in the first half to take a 14-13 lead into the locker room, and then they scored 20 second-half points as they cruised to the victory. Not much detail on this game. However, Clifton, a very fine squad, defeating Montclair by a score of 34-14.
After a scoreless first quarter, Caldwell got going, and they knock off Butler today 41-0. The Chiefs are now 5-0 on the year. Once again, their 2 fine running backs, Steve Barrasso and Spencer Day, do the damage for Caldwell. Barrasso with 139 yards and 3 touchdowns. Spencer Day with 140 yards and 1 touchdown. A big day for Caldwell. Once again, their defense again spectacular, and they go on to the victory today over Butler, 41-0.
Steve, Frank Battone is an excellent coach, but he must wonder what he has to do for his New Providence Pioneers to defeat the Brearley Bears. They have met 5 times now. Brearley has won 4, tied the other. Today, they scored 24th quarter points to edge New Providence by a score of 27-26. We have highlights of the game. We'll pick it up here early in the first quarter. New Providence jumps out in front when Sal Pignio scores on a 1-yard run. The extra point attempt by his brother Anthony was no good, and the Pioneers led by a score of 6-0. But in a seesaw battle, at least in the early going, Brearley would come right back behind their star running back Mike Chelensky, Chelensky bulls his way in from 2 yards out. Mike Vergora would add the extra point, and the Bears would lead 7-6. But then Sal Pigno would come back with his second touchdown of the afternoon. This a 2-yard leap, and New Providence would jump back out in front. The extra point try was no good. They went for a pass, and so they led 12-7. That was the halftime score. We move into the third quarter. Pigno would score again to make it 20-7, but then Joe Capizano would score from 3 yards out. Vergora would kick the extra point. That came after a fumble recovery. Brearley tightens things up. Here comes New Providence. Pete Merkel with the 1-yard run. And the Pioneers now have a lead of 27-13. But back comes Brearley. Joe Capizano with a 10-yard run for the score. Bad snap on the extra point try. Didn't help the cause there for the Bears. And then Mike Ramos would return a punt to the New Providence 45 with 39 seconds left. Joe Capizano would score from 4 yards out. And Brearley, with the extra point by Vergora, good, would go on to defeat New Providence by a score of 27-26. New Providence threw 4 consecutive passes after they received the kickoff in an attempt to get back in the ball game and take the victory away from Brearley. They were unsuccessful, and Brearley with the win 27-26. Joe Capizano 3 touchdowns on the afternoon, gained 83 yards on the ground. Chelensky 15 carries for 72 yards. He had the 1 touchdown. New Providence had a good day from Pete Merkel and Sal Pigno. Pigno 3 touchdowns while gaining 49 yards. Merkel, the workhorse of that backfield, 88 yards and 1 touchdown. But New Providence now has lost a 5 overtime game. That was in the semifinals of the playoffs. Last year to Brearley, they tied them 0-0. They lost a 21-14 game a couple of years ago. And in their first meeting between the two teams, a game we televised a few years ago, Al Namella was called for intentional grounding in the end zone. The safety gave Brearley the 16-14 victory. Always tough games between these two, but Brearley just seems to have New Providence's number. Brearley with the win today, 27-26.
Of transportation and travel. Secondly, I would say that we're 20 years removed now from Newark and other American cities near rendezvous with disaster. And I think that there is, if you will, a sense of optimism, not just shared with these 3 guys here, but I think a lot of people now think that Newark is ready to move ahead, learning from its history. I think we are much more committed to planning in the arts and economic development. So now is the right time.
In terms of location here again, one of the things that struck me as I was reading the consultant's report, and this was a consultant's report, so we can put it right on the record, that was paid for by tax dollars. If I'm not mistaken, it cost about